The heat of the desert is where the Sun Devils thrive. Welcome to Tempe, Arizona, Mountain America Stadium, home to the Arizona State Sun Devils and the rich legacy formed by the likes of Frank Bush, Jake the Snake, and Pat Tillman. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Northwestern Wildcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sun Devils have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Northwestern Wildcats offense will get the first swing of the game. And they were in the market for a guy to make an impact on the ground, and they found him in this transfer, guys.
This was an offense that needs explosive plays, so bring this dude in at the running back position and let him go. I can't wait to see what he's able to do today.
And let's see if he can earn the respect of his teammates. You know, you've done this and you have experience elsewhere. Now you get to do it for your squad, for your new team, all the hype. Let's see what he's got.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. All right, guys, let's talk about Northwestern. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
And the Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Back to pass. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Arizona State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll pull it on the read. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
He's going to throw deep right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. The Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. Into the house. Touchdown, Arizona State! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
Looking to fire. The throw to the outside is complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down?
Halted in the 1st down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the 1st. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Winfield. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space.
He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He now has 79 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Crosses the tag. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Striving for the goal line. Loose football. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The Sun Devils come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Sun Devils line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll give it to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Might be changing the route. third and long. He has to throw for it. Unleashes one. On target over the middle. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Breaks into the open. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Now from inside the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Power ahead. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already.
Scores on the sneak.
It's just so nice to have a signal player who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7.
Northwestern 28, Arizona State 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Ramsey. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Going to swing it on second down. Got a man. It's Connors. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Catch in the middle. It's Connors. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw in that out route.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. And they'll just down it right there.
knows why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires one high and deep. Makes the grab on the right. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there today in Tempe than you do? And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountain America Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner is stopped. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that is another first down.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. The RPO, fire complete to the left. On the move at the 30. Flying down the left side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Wildcats have it back to Northwestern offense headed out. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And, man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
Flips it out in the flat. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25, he's got room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And you can tell that young man is comfortable in the pocket, feeling good. You know, last play, nice job setting his feet, making a good throw, getting a completion. Now, didn't like what he sees. What does he have? He has the ability to take off and scramble and make some yards. So this QB's really feeling comfortable.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Second down coming up in this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The Sun Devils are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Rumbles across the 10, down at the 12-yard line after a pickup of 6. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Back searching for a hole. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what...
Turning it on! Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these 2 guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Complete downfield. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And And the Sun Devils, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! Fit it in the window for the score. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you to stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Just misses on the big downfield shot. I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. And man, has old Uncle Mo swung on their side, Jesse.
And this offense is feeling it, too. They've made some big plays now, David. They're trying to make just a few more to come back and win this game.
Unbelievable. Down by so many now within a possession, and you got the ball. Keep the mojo going.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Connors. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Rides to back and leaves it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Ramsey. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Winfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen game-winning passes, it just never developed. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying play action. The sure hands, it's Winfield. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. A big stop for this defense on fourth down.
It's a turnover on down.
He'll do it himself. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. If they can pick up a yard here on second down, that might put this one in the books. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll try to run for it. Oh, better look out! He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.